Okay. I hope everyone is having a good evening, a good weekend. Even though it's only Saturday night, I feel like the weekend is already going a little too fast. Um, okay, I feel like I'm all over the place. I'm trying to remember everything that I wanted to show and what I wanted to look through. It's a little hard on Facebook. Um, like going through like her pictures and her videos because I can't it's really hard to skip through them and search them and everything like that. So that might take a little bit. Um, and I was trying to find what I wanted to show and kind of put that tab up and just so I could go straight to it. But I kind of got lazy, and then I'm like, well, I like to go through things with y'all. It's not the same if I've already seen it. So I like to watch it for the first time while I'm doing this. Um, let's see. So last night I got on, and I don't ever get on Facebook. I don't really get on Facebook that much, anyways. But when I do, it's on my phone. It's really aggravating on my laptop. I don't. It's very different. Um, it's so weird because before, like back in the day, I was used to being on it, like on a computer, and then whenever like smartphones came out, it was so weird, and it was like, ugh, I can't stand it. And now it's the opposite. Anyways, this drives me absolutely crazy because sometimes it looks like she has the same flip flop sandals that I have. They're like, I think Massimo from Target. They're like brown, sparkly kind of. Okay, first, let me show. Oh, see, I'm already getting distracted. Last night, I pulled it up and I saw that she actually made a post and it said 8 hours ago. And I was like, oh, I'm going to have to look at this because she hasn't, the last time she made a post was in April. So I'm like, okay, I need to do this. Well, I don't know if it was just because I was really tired, but I didn't feel good. I just needed to I needed to go to sleep. So I did not watch the video. I didn't even read it. So I'm going to have to do that. And this is Jane Doe. I know you wanted to see pictures of what she looked like. And since her videos are so long, and they're even longer because, I have to talk through them, I decided to show the pictures first, just in case you weren't able to watch the video. So I'll show the pictures. We'll watch the latest post that she put up, and then I just wanted to kind of browse through her videos, maybe her pictures. That might get a little irritating. It got irritating with me because I was trying to figure out can't you just go to the next one? It was aggravating. So if y'all are here for it, we'll do it together. Okay. So I guess she just took a picture of a couple of pictures whenever she was heavier. Which, I don't know how she lost weight. I don't know if it's because of the gym, because she's been going to the gym, it seems like, forever. Well, I don't know. I just know I thought maybe she was just going whenever she was like pregnant, but she was going before she got pregnant too, because I mean, shoot, we already seen pictures of that, but I think we did that. Okay, so this is one. This is her medical marijuana card. Um, I think even though she doesn't have any makeup on or anything, I think she looks pretty. I don't know if it's because like she looks happy, but it's weird. It's kind of weird to say, but she almost looks healthy. Maybe not like, how do you say this? Not um like physical health, food healthy, body healthy, but she looks like mentally healthy, if that makes sense. Like even though she's bigger, she looks happier and she looks brighter. Like, I don't know how to explain it. And if you look at her now, she just looks just darker. I don't know. I don't know if any of this is making sense. But I was just like, wow, she looks different. Like, and it's not like a, wow, she looks great now. It's, that was crazy what she looked like before. It's like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I guess that was her ex-husband she cut out. And I guess that's her daughter. That's so crazy. I need to know how she lost weight and how long it took her. She looks more like her self now in this picture. I can see her. It cracks me up. It's like, why don't you just like cut him out? It makes you look creepy whenever you're just like cutting the head out. You can literally just cut half the picture right in the middle. Okay, this is the last one. And this was in 2017 to 2019. She kind of looks pregnant there. I wonder, I don't know how old her daughter is. I'm not trying to do the math right now. I want to say maybe she was pregnant right there, but I think her daughter's older than that. So she probably already had her daughter then. Yeah, I think she already had her daughter. Okay. So those are a few pictures that I saw of her. Oh, she was heavyset. Now, let's go to the post. Okay, so this was yesterday afternoon, which was Friday afternoon. It was Friday, June 10th at 1:12 p.m. Okay. She says, to anyone that's concerned about my current well-being, this is a videoed discussion between myself and a detective from the Bentonville, Arkansas Police Department regarding the father to the child I'm carrying. Golly, it just aggravates me so much whenever she talks like that. to the father of the child I'm carrying. Your baby, your child, your son. I apologize to anyone that's been trying to reach me. I'm extremely avoidant due to the severity of my traumas. I'm not doing well mentally because of the emotional abuse that's been happening to me throughout my entire life. I'm physically exhausted from being homeless for nearly 2 years, and I think she meant to say weighing on me psychologically. The perpetual veracity, that's a different word, toward which I've continually relayed the events should be evidence enough that I should be innocent until the perpetrators proven guilty. The audacity to want to jail a pregnant single woman that just wanted some semblance of justice before she's laid to rest. I will pray for everyone's souls because clearly there is no... I am not going to say that. It's like I feel bad whenever people get to that point. But at the same time, I'm like, you can't... Like, you literally... I'm not trying to, like, preach to nobody, but you cannot get mad at him. And believe me, I understand. It's normal to be upset with him and be like, why is this happening to me? Why does it seem like you're not here whenever I need you? But to just sit there and be like, there's no God. Like, I would feel so horrible. I could not. I feel bad. I can't even, like, repeat it. Okay, how long? Oh my gosh, she was on the phone for like 30 minutes. That's a bright baby shark over there. Alright, y'all. Maybe this will be a little more interesting. I hope I still have time to watch some videos. I'm gonna watch some videos.
Don't worry, this is Sergeant James Boothman, the Police Department.
Yes.
I was following up with you. You called to dispatch for records. Wanted to speak with the detective about a warrant that you have.
Yes, there's a warrant apparently out for my arrest for falsifying a rape report, but that is just an allegation. So I was wondering what the status of that.
Okay, stop. I know, already. 36 seconds. And we didn't even watch the first 10 seconds. Okay. So yes, there is. I had a feeling this was a video where she was talking about a warrant for her arrest. She said that was just an allegation. So is she saying it was just, she just alleged that she got R'd? What was the allegation? Or is she trying to say it was just an allegation that she falsified it? Y'all know I'm going to be stopping it.
That was. Because when I filed for rape on December 29th, they had told me that they were going to do their best to find the person. And then they turned around. I actually had to call your department, and they notified me that I had allegedly falsified the rape report, which I had spoke to numerous people, and they had asked me, well, wasn't there an investigation done, since, your doctor could even back up the fact that, my gynecologist could back up the fact that it was indeed rape. I had tried to go to the emergency room 5 days after the incident, And because of the overwhelming amount of people in the waiting room, I didn't want to sit and wait any longer. So I left before actually filing the report 5 days after.
That's not going to help. That's not going to help at all. First of all, I don't know. I don't know how each and every place works, but I can imagine it would be I would assume and I would hope you would have some like pretty damning evidence to put a warrant out for someone to falsely accuse someone for that. I could understand if there was like, we don't have enough proof to charge this person with that. I'm sorry if that happened to you, but unfortunately we don't have enough proof, so we can't do anything about it. But for them to actually turn around and say, we are arresting you for falsifying, lying to the cops, and I mean, because that is a very big accusation. If he really did not do that, I mean, that could ruin his whole entire life. So I could only imagine and hope that the officers had enough proof to prove she is absolutely lying and it did not happen at all. Okay. Which there's like a fine line, because we read the text messages, okay? I don't know why I feel like I'm getting emotional. It's not okay at all whatsoever to do that with somebody without their consent. Even if y'all are in a relationship, it's not okay. Even if like they're asleep and you're trying to no. That's not okay. So it's really hard because like we see the text messages and we know they already did it. He was a little rough, but she was expecting and wanting it to happen again, because she said that's why she didn't get the plan B, was because she thought she wanted to make sure they were done having intercourse before she took a plan B. So that way it would be, it would work. Which makes sense. So it does look like it's so hard, because I was not in that room. Because it could have happened. And I really hate being a victim of not only but that happening actually like in my sleep. That's just like you can't. It's a lot. But my thing, which everybody's different, so as a victim, I would never want to say like that did not happen to you. I wouldn't want anyone to ever question me. Um, but it is hard because looking at the messages, the only reason why I I it just makes me second guess everything is because in the text messages she seemed fine until she was getting like irrational, and then she brought it up as kind of like as if it happened, but it wasn't a problem whenever it happened. And she was like saying how I felt good, but I don't know. And then to top it off, she was talking about like being in a relationship and them, like him seeing her again and stuff like that. So that's what got me, is if that did happen, I don't understand why she would be trying to have a relationship with him, why she's texting him, why she is wanting anything to do with him. I would be worried that I would catch a murder charge, honestly. I could not. I couldn't text. I couldn't be friendly. I damn sure with me trying to get in a relationship with them. So that's where it does not look. It does not look good on her end at all. It's kind of like the crazy person who's like, oh, if you leave me, I'm going to off myself. And you never know if they're actually being serious or not. But she clearly was like, if you're not going to be with me, I'm going to say you are me. And apparently she did. And I feel bad saying this because it's not that I don't consider myself a coward because I didn't report it. I wasn't even, I was visiting somewhere where I used to live, all the way down south. I was leaving that day, and I was in shock. So, but that's not the first thing you think about is I need to go to the hospital. Even though, I don't know, like I said, it was my first time, so I was in shock. Like, I was in pain, I was scared, I was sad, I was just shocked. And I never thought about going to the police or going to a hospital. I just, hope and pray that God dealt with him the way that God felt like he deserves. So if she really was a victim, that's good that she went forward. But like I said, the text messages and the context of it doesn't look good on her part. And the whole waiting 5 days, they're probably going to question that. Which I feel like I don't have any room to talk because I never went at all. But I'm sure they will ask her, well, why did you wait 5 days? And then not only that, but you are here at the hospital and you left. I mean, if you got that far to say you are going to tell on him, you would think she would keep everything and she would not leave the hospital just because there was a lot of people there. I'm really curious about this gynecologist. Like, if the gynecologist really did say yes, you were. Um, and the only reason why I'm wondering, sorry, I know I'm talking a lot. The only reason why I'm wondering if the gynecologist would even did say that that happened is because, I mean, if I was to go, then I'm sure, yeah, they would have been like, yeah, definitely, because for obvious reasons. But how would she know if she said in the text that it was, I hate saying this, but that it felt good and that he was trying to like be easy to not make it seem bad. So if he was like easy and gentle and she thought it felt good, how could the gynecologist prove, you know, I don't know. Let me just be quiet and play it.
After the incident. And I figured that the men would just get their karma, the two men that were involved in the circumstance that left me pregnant. So now I'm 6 months pregnant, and I'm not sure. I called your department to see what the status of this was, because even when I had looked up online to see the warrant, it does not state that I have an outstanding warrant in Bentonville, Arkansas. So I wanted to see what the update was for this entire circumstance, since I haven't seen the man since that day. I was around him for approximately 12 hours total. We didn't have a relationship. We weren't involved at all. And when I met him, he had known that I was on collecting disability due to my post-traumatic stress disorder and mental, distortions as well.
Okay. First of all, y'all know fair use, so I have to commentate. Second of all, y'all know I gotta put in my opinions. For one, this person's being so quiet. I can see I could just imagine exactly what they're doing at their desk right now. And they're probably like, oh, here we go. She just lied. She was saying how they were only around each other for 12 hours. They weren't boyfriend and girlfriend. They weren't dating, but they did it the night before, the day before, hours before, whatever. So she's acting like she doesn't know this person at all. He kind of came from like nowhere and just bada bing, bada boom. Like, you had relationships, or you had relations with him prior to this alleged R.
Well as home.
Also, sorry. Why do I feel like she always brings in, just like the caption, she's always talking just like Heather. She feels like she has to tell everybody all the time about bad childhood. I've been assaulted and and abused, and now she's talking about her PTSD, and this dude's gonna know exactly why you have a warrant out for your arrest.
Homeless for the last 2 years. So I just want to know why there would even be an alleged falsified report from my perspective, because I've never done that prior. This is the first time I've ever tried to clarify that these instances were rape, because of the fact that we had conceived, because there was a child involved after that point when I had filed for the rape.
Okay, sorry. She said instances, so she's saying it's more than one time. And she's like, "Oh, I shouldn't have a warrant out for my arrest because I've only done this one time. I've only cried R one time."
December 29th, I had actually even told the father of the child, when I found out, hey, I'm pregnant, is there anything? And there was no response. So this is clearly rape. And I'm not sure what.
Oh my gosh. I feel so bad. I feel like I have to rewind. Just because he did not respond to you saying, "Hey, I'm pregnant," doesn't mean that's automatic rape. Like,
what to do or say about this, because now I'm nervous. It's been 6 months. I have 3 months left, and I have no home still. I've been living out of my car for 2 years. They knew that, these men involved. So I'm not sure what to say.
okay, I'll try to rewind just a few seconds because I know I keep on pausing it, but it's driving me crazy. Why does she keep saying these men? Is she talking about more than this guy, or is she talking about like someone from the police station? Why does she keep saying these men? And I'm really glad she's telling this detective, I think he said he was. I'm really glad that she's telling him all this, and I really hope and pray he has it on record and they will actually do their job and remember this and note this so that we whenever shit, I don't even know if she's gonna go to a hospital. She may be one of the craziest people who has the baby in her car on purpose, or has the baby outside, which is terrifying to me. So I would just really hope and pray that they have people watching her. Like, I don't care if it's undercover. I don't care. I don't care. I just really hope and pray that they are like, okay, we need to keep an eye out. Watch this girl. They don't need to wait until she goes to the hospital to give birth to step in. Because for one, she may not make it till delivery. And two, she may not even go inside of a hospital to give birth. I'm just really hoping and praying everything that she's saying they're like really taken seriously. And you would think just someone being pregnant, CPS can do something. Even though the child's not born, the child's still alive, and that doesn't make any sense. Okay.
So this is clearly rape. And I'm not actually even told the father of the child, when I found out, hey, I'm pregnant, is there anything? And there was no response. So this is clearly rape. And I'm not sure what to do or say about this, because now I'm nervous. It's been 6 months. I have 3 months left, and I have no home still. I've been living out of my car for 2 years. They knew that, these men involved. So I'm not sure what to say or do and where to find or seek resources, because every time I turn here and there, people apparently, because of this, because there is no actual report for the rape, don't want to believe that this was domestic violence due to sexual abuse.
Okay, I just have a couple of questions for you.
Yes.
And when you're talking about 2 men, what are their names?
Thank you.
The first name was Thomas. He was in Jacksonville, Arkansas. And I only knew him, he was in the Air Force. I met him one evening. He said that I would be safe with him. He kept me up until 5 a.m. We played Monopoly.
Who the hell knew this? Okay. I'm remembering someone say that there was 2 guys and So it could possibly be the other guys. Is she saying that they both? Is she alleging both of them did that? Because that's gonna hurt her case even more. Believe me, I know it can happen freaking once. I freaking know. But it's just, I don't know, man. It's not looking good. I'm glad he asked that question.
Monopoly. He forced himself on me, and that was the last day of my menses. So when I got up to use the restroom, I had a lot of discharge. So I presume it's probably not his child, although the incidences happened 2 days apart. That was it. December 2nd and December.
You whore bag. Oh my gosh. I feel really bad saying that because I'm sure there's people out there who's had intercourse a couple days. Wow. I didn't know it was that close either. Did she meet this other guy on... Bro, I wish I was sitting with this detective right now, listening to it. I'd be like, yo, bro, ask her this. Ask her this. Oh my gosh. I'm letting it sink in. So did she meet this other guy on the app too? I mean, it sounds like she didn't know him either. She needs to stop. She needs to stop putting herself in these situations. Wow, it's crazy how much her and Heather are so much alike. Because it's pretty much they're selling their self, and then if something happens, then all of a sudden they're yelling rape. So you're with this dude, I'm assuming this stranger, and then 2 days later you go visit another stranger. Too much. I don't ever want to shame a victim or say it was your fault or anything like that. But if that just happened to you, why in the world would you go meet another stranger and stay at an Airbnb together? There's no way I would want to be around a dude at all whatsoever. Damn sure not a stranger. What? I don't want to be that person, be like, well, you shouldn't have put yourself in that situation, because it doesn't matter if she put herself in that situation. It should not have happened. I'm just saying it doesn't make sense. If it really did happen, most people wouldn't do that. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying, oh, well, she deserved it because she put herself in that situation. I'm saying this is another reason why I'm not sure if I believe her, because most victims, if that happened to them, 2 days later, they're not going to go see another dude, like damn sure not no damn stranger, and stay with them at an Airbnb. This video, this call is going to get interesting.
November 4th. So the incident, probably not his child, although the incidences happened 2 days apart. That was it. December 2nd and December 4th. So the incident that I tried to file, Jason Wallace, that's the one I presume is the father. He's former military, I guess.
Okay, wait. First of all, I feel so sorry for this guy, because she's sitting there talking about discharge, and I assume he's not the father. You don't know. 2 days apart? Obviously, she's really infatuated with the Jason guy. Or she's just crazy. She doesn't know who the dad is. 2 days apart, you need a DNA test. What else? Okay, she said one was on the 2nd and one was on the 4th. I thought Jason was around the 2nd. I remember seeing text message with her and Jason on the 1st. So was she talking to Jason and then went to go do this with the other guy? And then she went to go see Jason? Or did she just talk to Jason for one day and then she went to go meet Jason, and then 2 days later she went to go see the other guy? I'm about to rewind it for a second because I really do think she was saying the other guy happened first. And if so, that's crazy to me because she was talking. I remember very clearly it was December 1st when her and that Jason dude started texting each other.
Or so I was told.
The other part, who's the other person we're talking about?
Jason Wallace, apart. That was it. December 2nd and December 4th. So the incident that I tried to file.
The other part, who's the other person we're talking about?
Jason Wallace, that's okay. The one I presume is the father. He's former military, I guess, or so I was told. And then I was also told by one of your detectives that that had nothing to do with them filing or not. You know, his status.
It doesn't.
In the military. But
So I have another question for you. So Jason Wallace. And then you talk about. So I wasn't the investigating officer. I was Detective Andrew Corbett. But he's out of town until I think Monday.
Okay.
I think went up yet today, so I didn't get a chance to talk to you. So I may have to ask you a few more questions. When you say you were raped, what does rape mean to you?
It means
different things to different people.
It means that during the time with Jason Wallace, I was asleep. I was not able to consent. And you could see from all of the messages prior, through the dating app as well as my phone, that I had no intention of getting intimate with this person. I've been homeless for 2 years.
Oh my gosh, stop projecting. It doesn't matter if you were freaking homeless or not. It doesn't matter if you say, hey, I'm not intending on anything to happen. It happened, bro. Even on the text messages, you could tell. Just like you told them, you can tell the text messages. Yeah, you can tell on the text messages that y'all did it. And it was consensual. And you were getting aggravated with him. And then the alleged thing happened. I still don't know why the hell you would go see someone from a damn dating app, a stranger, after you supposedly already got
years, and I've been off birth control for 6 years. I was very cautious about not fornicating with random men. So I was asleep. He penetrated me. Then that initiated that initial rape. That's what I consider rape, because I had no time to consent. And even when he ejaculated all over my abdomen, He asked me, I was just waking up, and he said, do you want a rag? And that's all I really remember clearly.
First of all, okay, I know this is TMI, but I feel bad saying it. How did... What the hell? What are you doing? Oh, you're trying to take the... Go, child. About scared the living hell out of me. Golly, that scared the shit out of me. put my freaking hand over my face, and my daughter was right there. She was trying to sneak in my room to get the tablet. I was like, what the heck? Nah, she don't need to hear this. She wasn't in here while I was talking about this. She just literally walked in whenever I paused it, and I was closing my eyes. I had my hand over my face, and then she was just standing right there trying to grab the tablet. God, that scared me. Where was I at? Oh. I'm trying, like, I don't want to, like, say too much, but, I mean, I feel like y'all are, you know, it's getting a little more personal, you know, here and there. So, I mean, without being too much about it, that just surprised me whenever she said, like, she pretty much didn't know what happened or that it even happened until it was on her stomach and he asked if she wanted a rag. Okay, so what confuses me, and again, TMI, block your ears, do something. Whenever it happened to me, I was on my side. And I quickly knew and woke the hell up and stopped it, okay? So, if he did this, if he finished on her stomach, which I'm not sure why he pulled out if he didn't pull out the day before, does that mean she was on, this is really awkward, does that mean she was, like, on her back and he was on top of her? Because I feel like sleeping on your sleeping on your side and it sliding in is a more easier, slick way of doing it than getting on top of somebody and then going in. I feel really weird and bad talking like this with y'all. Okay. So how did she not feel any of that? How did that not wake her up? How did she go through all of that and the thing that woke her up was him saying, do you want a rag? And it being on your stomach. That's whenever you wake up? I don't know. Sorry, this is weird. It doesn't make sense. Sorry for that. But, you know, we're growing together and we're...
So, by the time I had awoke, the next morning, I started crying. And he told me, in that moment, you're making me feel bad. So I said, if you feel bad, that's your own conscience talking to you. And I rolled over and fell asleep because I thought, since he's former military, he's probably going to get away with this. I'm very sad right now. This is very distorted.
Oh my gosh.
So by the time I woke up that following morning, I presumed...
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. How in the world could you just roll over and go to sleep after that happened? There would be a lot of escalations. Either I would be at that door or I would be running him out very, very quick like. If that there's no way I would feel comfortable and be like, yeah, I'm just gonna roll back over and go to sleep. Just let's try not to do that again.
that I was going to build up some integrity or some dignity within myself, and I decided I would ask him to have sex with me. Since he'd already done it, he'd already done the deed. So by the second time, I consented. I know that that was consensual, but honestly...
Stop, y'all. Bro, I'm getting really aggravated now. The text messages, are y'all getting a different... What I remember from the text messages is the first time it happened, it was consensual. He was a little rough, but it was consensual. And that she was expecting and wanting to do it again before she left. Hence why she didn't get a plan B yet. But now she's saying the first time it was not consensual, but the second time... See, ooh, now I'm getting aggravated because it's like, the more it doesn't make sense. And I'm saying, as a victim, you don't ever, like, it's so hard because you don't ever want to doubt somebody. But at the same time, it pisses you off because if you had to live through something and someone's sitting here pretending that they had to live through it, it pisses you off. It's not a good feeling. So, first of all, I'm confused. Y'all let me know what story y'all gathered. Because, again, I gathered by the text messages. The first one was consensual. The second one, allegedly, not so. But she just said the first one was not consensual. And she even asked him to do it again. Another reason why I can't, it's hard to believe her. If someone took advantage of you, would you seriously turn around and just go back to sleep and then ask them, hey, can we do it? What? This is why you don't sound credible. Why would you, if someone did that to you, why in the hell would you ask them to, I can't. And then to top it all off, I'm sure she done pissed him off by saying, I figured y'all wouldn't do anything because he was former military, whatever. This video is going to take me a while. I'm sorry. But there's no way I can keep being quiet.
I don't do that stuff. When I end up forced into... So by that's up some integrity or some dignity within myself, and I decided I would ask him to have sex with me. Since he'd already done it, he'd already done the deed. So by the second time, I consented. I know that that was consensual, but honestly, I don't do that stuff. When I end up forced into doing it, then I have loose sort of morals at that point. I've already detached. I've already been frustrated, So that secondary time wouldn't have happened had he not penetrated me the first time, because I know how to keep my integrity intact as a single woman that has been off of birth control for 6 years. So, yeah, and it's all documented through my gynecological records as well, that I wasn't seeking to fornicate that day.
I've got another question for you.
Yes.
I was just kind of looking through the report, and you guys always have communications back and forth. Do you remember
yes.
telling him in communication that Jason, that he needed to be involved with you, or if he wasn't, you were going to file a rape report against him?
I had already tried to initiate rape the 5 days afterward.
Wait, I was already trying to initiate rape. I love how he has this already poured up. I wish he I really hope and pray he somehow knows about her harming the baby. None of this makes sense at all. She sounds absolutely crazy. And I love it. I love that I know that a detective is listening to this. And I, again, just hope and pray they are keeping tabs on her for the baby. I'm curious if that warrant is active.
Okay? I told him, normally I don't have sex with people. This isn't okay. And I said, are you not going to do anything? Are you not going to respect me as being that, because he forced himself on me the first time. Regardless of what I had said afterward, I still suffer from distortions as well because of my post-traumatic stress disorder of the complex kind. So why didn't anyone see it from my perspective? I had already been emotionally distraught from him having penetrated me without my consent. Of course, I was going to be confused. I was going to be thoughtful in that manner of saying, well, maybe he just wanted to do it with me. Maybe this is just a one-time thing. Maybe I should give him the benefit of the doubt and give him the opportunity to correct this before I actually tell everyone, hey, guess what? Clearly I was raped. So then I didn't know. We didn't know I was pregnant. So then finally, a few weeks after that, I went in for some strange discharge and found out that I was pregnant. And now all of a sudden I'm 6 months along and they're still not correcting this issue. They're still looking at it as if I was seeking this out, when in actuality, I have 3 months left to find a suitable housing for this child, or it's going to be taken from me. So I don't understand why.
Situation. So let me explain to you how the warrant process works.
Right.
Once the warrant's issued, right, you just need to take care of it. So are you able to drive at all?
Yes, that's where I live. I live in my vehicle. I have for 2 years now.
Are you able to drive to Bentonville, Arkansas? Because you could just turn yourself in, and now, I don't know if the bond would be or anything like that, but
why would I do that when in actuality they didn't do that to the actual rapist? I didn't see that there was a warrant issued for his arrest.
He's like, I can't even deal with this story. You're telling me all this information I don't need to know, and it's irrelevant, and you're lying to me. So let me just tell you how this warrant works. Just come on in and turn yourself in. I don't need to hear any more bullshit. Oh.
Arrest. I didn't see that he carried out time. So now why are they
charge? They did not file in that case.
Okay. So all of a sudden now I've allegedly falsified a rape report, and they want to make sure that I serve my time, which makes no sense. I'm pregnant. I'm already going through enough stress. I only filed because of the fact that I was pregnant, because normally I let men get away with this kind of shit. I have my entire life.
Oh,
that's why I was abused by my father and brother growing up, and nobody filed the report when I went in when I was 18 years old. So I don't understand why this continually happens to me. Nobody actually believes my perception, and I'm not sure if it's because I have a heightened vocabulary, if people presume that I'm trying to manipulate the situation.
Are you kidding? She did not just say that. Did she? She doesn't think people are taking her seriously because she has the heightened vocabulary, and they don't know if she's trying to manipulate them. Are you effing kidding me? I think that's what she thinks she's doing. Because, again, just like Heather, they think they're, like, so intelligent, but really it's just a whole bunch of mumble jumble. And, again, it makes her sound just crazy, whether it's true or not, but for her to keep on talking, again, for a lot of people, a lot of signs of lying is whenever you give out too much information. You talk too much. Someone asks you one question, and you're just pouring all this stuff out. You don't need to tell him that you've been taken advantage of all your life, because it's going to make it seem like you're the crazy one. And I can't believe she just said, I'm going to have to rewind that. Just because I have a heightened vocabulary and that oh no.
Situations. Why this continually happens to me. Nobody actually believes my perception, and I'm not sure if it's because I have a heightened vocabulary, if people presume that I'm trying to manipulate the situations, when in actuality, no. I've been in therapy off and on since I was 12 years old. I know the differences. I'm not making up any allegations. This is clearly rape. He has not contacted me whatsoever. The only notification I received after I actually filed...
It doesn't matter if they talk to you or not. So you're saying if he was to text you back, whenever you said, hey, we're pregnant, if he was to say, okay, cool, like I'll get a DNA test or let me know if you need anything. If he was to do that, then are you saying that it wouldn't be rape? That what he did was consensual? That's what she's pretty much saying. Is, oh, well, he hasn't contacted me since, so clearly it's R. That makes no sense.
Filed and everything after we found out that I was pregnant, because apparently he was getting my messages. For months he was receiving my messages, and I started harassing him. I didn't know if he was getting any of them. And he messaged me back on March 9th, stating, don't contact me. There's a warrant out for your arrest. Clearly you want to have that child in prison. Because he was going to file for harassing communications against me. So, does any of this sound normal to you? Does any of this sound, kosher in your perspective? Because that seems a little off.
He's like, I'm sorry, I had you on mute. What did you say? He said, I don't know if it's true, but probably, Jason says she had a warrant out in March. That, what is that, 3 months? That's what scares me. If she's had a warrant out for this long and they haven't found her, then how do I know that she's supposedly being watched? Because I know someone said that, officers and CPS is watching her, whatever. But if they were really watching her, she wouldn't have a warrant out for 3 months. They would know where she was at and they would get her. So that worries me.
I know very little. I don't know both sides of the story. I can just kind of read a little bit out of a couple of different narratives. So
right.
I wouldn't want to speculate, but I'm just here to help you out on the warrant, right? So the easiest thing to do is just come turn yourself in.
Why would I want to serve?
You have the baby, right?
Why would I want to serve a warrant when I know clearly I'm not in the wrong for it? I know clearly, we all know clearly, due to the fact that I've been alone and keeping to myself and continually traumatized yet thereafter. I went to my doctor's appointments, but now I'm refusing to because I realize that the system is not out to help me as an individual. They're out to hurt me because I'm technically a disabled homeless citizen. So they wouldn't want to place efforts into an individual like me because I obviously don't make efforts into paying taxes in a local community. So I don't understand why I would have to serve.
Bro, she sounds so freaking crazy. The government's after you because you're homeless and you don't have a job. What? Why? I mean, I'm not. Why would they go out of their way to hurt you? She's making her case seem just worse. The more she talks, this guy should be like, I'm sorry, you're breaking up. What they should do is put a dang, what is it called? Not wire, but locate her phone. They had a conversation for 30 minutes. It only takes, well, technically, they can find you even with your phone turned off and location off. But they could have been pulled up on her out while she was talking to the detectives. Man, this aggravates the hell out of me.
Of time, more trauma to me, more trauma to the child inside of me that I'm going to have to relinquish anyway upon, expelling it from my body. So I'm not sure why I would want to serve that. Why? And then when I called to make an appointment to speak with an attorney about this, they stated that I had to go in and they had to actually issue the warrant, which then they would grab me up at that moment. How does that make any sense to you? Do you think that if it were you in this circumstance, clearly you had no one to turn to, no family, no friends, you've been living out of your car, you kept to yourself for 2 years, would you want to turn yourself in? Would that make you feel good? Would that make you feel like clearly the world around you cares for you?
Yes, I would turn myself in if I had a warrant.
But if the warrant, of course, was an allegation. So if you were getting placed...
Every charge in Arkansas, no one is guilty when they're arrested.
Yes.
They just had probable cause to arrest and probable cause to charge them with something. Just because you're being charged with something and arrested on a warrant, an issue citation, or however they handle that warrant, doesn't mean you're guilty, right? You're not guilty until you're found guilty by a judge.
I didn't mean to pause it, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know it's scary to turn yourself in, but at the same time, if you are innocent, just get it over with, because that would be a lot of stress every single day, waking up knowing that you have a warrant. Are they going to come creeping up behind you? What are you going to be doing? Where are you going to be at? And they're going to snatch you up. I mean, there's so many instances where people have warrants and they're like, okay, let me go turn myself in, whether you have to spend a couple hours in a cell or overnight, or it doesn't mean you're going to turn yourself in and automatically do time. You haven't been... They haven't said you were guilty of it yet. You're not being sentenced yet. Oh my gosh. I just wish they had her location and would just pull up on her. And I don't like people. I don't want to wish prison upon her or jail upon her. But at the same time, I want them to know. First of all, if she lied about it, then yeah, she should get something for that. But I really just want her to be, well, jail's not a safe place, but I just want her to be at a place where they can watch her to make sure the baby is okay. And obviously they're not watching her. And I had a feeling they weren't watching her. Just like, I told, someone who commented, they were saying how they were watching her. But how are they watching her if she's had a warrant for 3 months? If they were watching her, then they would be like, oh, she has a warrant? Yeah, she's right here. Here you go. So this doesn't help me. Are they gonna, be quicker and actually find her? Like, when the baby's born, you can't wait and be like, okay, well, we'll see her, whenever she goes to the hospital. Because she may not freaking go to a hospital. It would just be so much easier if they would just track her phone. Be like, this is where she is right now. Roll up on her. Do what you gotta do. What I would do is put a freaking either have her serve her time or put that damn ankle monitor on her so you know where she is at all freaking times. And then you can that way keep tabs of the baby as well.
That's really right. So that's all we're saying when we issue a warrant. It's not saying that you're guilty. It's just saying there was probable cause to charge you with this offense, which was filing a false police report.
So you believe that it's clearly in your right to enforce the will upon a pregnant woman, but you don't enforce the will upon a rapist because you didn't do this to him. You didn't, offer a warrant for his arrest so that he could serve time, so that he could think about what he's done. No, I have to think about getting impregnated. That's what you're doing. You have to sit me out, give me a timeout to realize I should have never shown up at that location and trusted this man. Because I have all the proof of all the documents stating, are you sure it's going to be safe for me? I don't want, we're not going to have sex. Yes, I read your profile. We're not going to have sex with each other. Really? Okay, cool. And then he fucked me in the middle of the night.
Oh my gosh.
So, I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. From my perspective, someone that is suffering from copious amounts of trauma and has her entire life, and I'm trying to relay this as eloquently as possible and as accurately as possible so that other people understand that this is just more stress upon the fetus and worse off for the mother as well when she's got warrants placed on these records, placed on these falsified allegations toward her, and then she's seeking help and she can't because she's got all these copious amount of records stating otherwise, stating that she has offended people, offended those individuals, and needed to be placed.
That would prove that you resisted or show you didn't do this. I think you should bring it to us, bring it to our attention, and come up here when you take care of the warrant and talk about it.
Isn't
that's the only advice I can give you right now. I don't think there's anything else that I can do for you. Is there anything else?
Well, I mean, what evidence aside from, like, I told them my gynecological records, aside from that, what else proof do you need to turn this around and place the efforts toward the real criminal in this circumstance? I mean, what do you need from me? My blood, sweat, and tears. And I'm not trying to be facetious. I mean, I am, yes. I'm not trying to make it too humorous because I know I make people laugh about this stuff because it's true.
Oh my God.
It's horrifyingly, dark humor in that way. How could this even be happening to me?
Why are you trying to place dark humor on this situation? What the fudge? She's just making it worse and worse for herself.
All I was clearly trying to do was regulate the situation, understanding he had clearly raped me, and understanding that I was stupid in giving him the benefit of the doubt at any point. So now I'm trying to hold back tears and discussing this to you and telling you that clearly I'm scared. I don't want to go to Bentonville. And I know I'm 34 years old. But being that I suffered through sexual trauma growing up, it's difficult for me to convey my emotions without letting them fly off the handle at times.
Well, I'm sorry that happened to you. And the fact is you have that warrant, and there's nothing that can be done until it's taken care of, right? You have to take care of that warrant, whether it's tomorrow.
Oh my gosh, bro. I can't look at her face. It looks so scary. Oh my gosh. It's like a part of me is like hurting and I feel bad, but most of me is just scared. And this is whenever I'm like freaking petrified for the baby.
Or 2 weeks, 2 months. I mean, it's going to be out there, right? And let's think about our warrants. We extradite statewide. And we also extradite within 250 miles of Daytonville. So, are you still living in Hot Springs?
No, I live in my vehicle and I've been traveling through the U.S.
Oh, where are you right now?
Missouri, St. Louis.
Missouri. St. Louis, Missouri. Okay. And maybe there's
As in,
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. For some reason, the volume went down on her end. I didn't do anything to mine. I hope y'all can hear them because I can barely hear them.
as in, what type of help are you relaying, referencing?
It sounds like you need some legal aid, right? Or at least need an attorney. And
How when I have no finances for it?
say again?
How when I have no finances for it? Do you not realize I'm living out of my vehicle?
I mean, there's attorneys available at no cost to you.
But I've tried to get that in Bentonville, and they told me that I had to have an actual warrant served first. So that doesn't make any sense.
You have a warrant, so you're going to be able to get that done.
Why would I want to serve a warrant that makes no sense to me? Why would I want to serve a warrant that is inaccurate? And I would understand.
You're not serving a warrant. Oh my gosh. I don't understand why I can't hear.
If these things were actually true. But a majority of the time, I get messed over, like what happened in my ex-husband's case and everything.
Oh my gosh.
Which you don't understand, you wouldn't know unless you did the research on me, and understanding that he got one over on me, clearly, not one, but many times. That's why I try to relay my story openly and honestly and accurately through social media now, because none of this makes any sense.
Girl.
None of it. I don't understand why, as the victim, I don't actually get the appropriate amount of help that I should.
Well, I think the best thing that you can do is just come turn yourself into the police department, and maybe we can talk about it a little further.
But I'm frightened to. I don't know what lies beyond.
Bro, she looks so scared. Y'all just see her turn her head. But I'm frightened too. Oh, this is aggravating me so bad. I hope y'all can hear it.
That.
Look at her faces. Why?
What type of charges I'm going to be forced to have to face, and how much money I'm going to have to. And I understand that, but I don't have the money to bond myself out, and I don't have any individuals that would bond me out, and I don't want to sit in jail, so they can starve me again.
Oh.
Well, I don't know what your bond's going to be, right, until you see a judge or you work something out with the prosecutor. But the best thing you can do, though, is just turn yourself in.
Why do I want to laugh hysterically about that? I don't find this humorous. And
Oh my gosh. I feel he's actually being very calm and very nice, because I'm sure he has so much to do, and he's sitting there letting her vent, making her situation worse, but letting her vent, and then just saying, the only thing I can do is just turn yourself in. And she's just making it worse and worse, and he is just really trying to be patient with her. So he's doing a good job.
At all. It's not humorous. I feel as though it doesn't give me any clear answers. As a victim, I'm the one that's being, charged with all these things, and I'm like, I don't understand it. I'm just trying to comply. I'm trying to go along with it, but it's very frightening. And knowing that there's not going to be any rainbow at the end, it's frustrating.
I'm sorry, but I'm surprised she hasn't, but she might say that she will, she threatens to hurt herself and the baby. She will go somewhere else, which she probably should be. She should probably be in behavioral med or, somewhere. Even though that's not a safe place either, but if, she was on a certain floor with, just a minimum amount of people and a lot of nurses and staff and security. Because clearly she's deranged.
You kind of see how it looks on probably both Facebook when you file a rape report, but then you find conversations where you talk about this person in a relation with you that they don't, you're going to file that police report. Do you understand that?
And that is not in the wrong. If a woman is confused and she knows he's not going to get in trouble in the first place, that's why I didn't file. But then when there was a baby involved, I had to file for everyone in these circumstances.
First of all, why was she doing that with her fist? Was she trying to make herself cry? Or is she going crazy? It's crazy to me how she's acting one way, balling up her fist, and squinching her eyes and looking at the camera, and then she relaxes and then answers his question. And no, you don't. That makes no sense. It makes it even more questionable whenever you're like, oh no, I wasn't going to file it, but since I got pregnant, I decided, yeah, I should. Why?
That's not okay. To just let a man get away with it? To let him get away with murder? Knowing clearly that I was going to have mental distortions due to it? That's why I refrained from having sex. So when he forced himself on me, he should have done something. And if you don't have any statutes in place for that, to hold a man to his, integrity, to hold a man to all of that, then why would you do it to the woman, especially while pregnant, especially while she's hormonal?
Stop.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, you've been very helpful. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You too. Have a lovely weekend. Bye-bye. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. These people are clearly deranged. Clearly. I did not seek out to hurt anybody in this circumstance, but then I'm still hurt by it. How do they not see that I didn't want to file anything because I don't care? He was going to get his karma regardless for hurting me. Everyone does. But that's not okay. The fact that I have to sit out and they're going to starve me because I'm vegan. It took them 4 days to give me food the last time I was in jail out of a 5-day stay. I don't understand this. And then they're like, oh, well, we'll treat you better. We'll give you 2 mats. I don't want to be in jail. I'm not one of those fucking trash-ass people that do fucking shit. Especially don't get caught by it. What the fuck? That is not okay. Like, I would place myself in jeopardy like that, knowing you people are sick. That's why I do these videos. That's why I fucking share this shit, because you people are sick. Today is June 10th, 2022. I am 28 weeks along today, and it makes no sense. None of this makes any sense. I'm very angry. I'm very frustrated. Like, you understand why I have to put this on film, right? You have to understand. This makes no sense. You have to see it. What you're doing to me. Obviously, I didn't want shit from him afterward. And then I told him 5 days afterward, like, you're not even going to say anything about that? Like, you're just going to rape me and just wander off? Like, that's clearly not okay. And then I went in to try to do the rape fucking kit and shit. And no. And then because I didn't do it then, and I was like, oh, whatever, because I saw that man in full fucking military uniform. So I thought, okay, fine, whatever, they get away with this shit anyway. And then I have a baby out of it.
Bro, that just scared the fucking shit out of me. It just got really loud again. I really hope y'all were able to listen to the rest of that. I don't know why it got really low. That was hers, not mine.
And everybody's like, oh, congratulations. No. Fucking shut the fuck up. I have 3 fucking months left. If there's no place to have this kid, and if there's no father, I sure as fuck am not going to support a child that is not fucking worth my efforts if it's not worth the father's efforts.
You're a fucking cunt-ass bitch for saying that shit. That poor baby, I swear. How does a stranger have more feelings and care about her baby more than she does? I can't believe she just said that. That is so sick. I don't... I hope she gets her ass beat. I really hope she gets her ass tore the fuck up after she has this baby, and I pray the baby is healthy and goes to such a loving home and never has to deal with any trauma or sick crap. And I hope she... There's no way. I can't believe she just said that. Like... Yeah, but people are watching her, right? Yeah, they're doing a horrible job if so.
Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. Clearly something is fucking wrong. And you're gonna tell me I have to serve a warrant that doesn't even exist yet because you have to hand it to me first. And then once you hand it to me, then it's like free game. Like, there you go, we're gonna lock you up. It's not funny. It's not funny that you manipulate people's lives. It's not funny that you grab us up like that. It's not funny. My child hurts right now. I feel him hurting. Like, he moves around. It shifts. It's uncomfortable. I know he's in pain due to your stupidity. So, why does it matter? I'm just a homeless girl. I'm just disabled. No one cares about my story. That's why it's hilarious. That's why I put it all out there for everyone to fucking see. Because it's like, yeah, this shit is not okay. Like, there is something clearly fucking wrong. And everyone tells me to buck up, buttercup, do your best, put more effort in, and people will actually, what, believe me? What the fuck? I've been trying my whole life to get people to see it from my perspective and to see it from, like, all of this. So why did I make phone calls? What time is it right now? 10 o'clock. 10:19. Why did I make phone calls? Just to upset me more. To know that there's no one out there that believes my allegations. Motherfucker fucked me while I was asleep. You couldn't even bother to wake me up, bitch. Like, you're a fucking pussy-ass little fucking whore. That's what you are. And, like, I didn't even have time to fucking wake up. The fuck? No. I was told I was going to have a safe place to rest. There should have been no sex that fucking day, and that's why clearly this was supposed to be some miraculous fucking birth. But no, it's not. Instead, it's the opposite. It's just a fucking demon. It's just a fucking monstrous fucking horrific fucking circumstances, and it's hilarious to me. Like, now you got the fucking... This is how I talk to people. This is why I get in trouble all the time. Because I'm too smart for my own goddamn good, and people hate that shit.
Yeah, that's it, bitch. That's it. I feel like I just want to take a trip to Arkansas.
Nobody wants to be talked down to. Nobody wants to be, contradicted in that way. And it's like, hold the fucking phone, bitch. The reason why I gave him a fucking few days was like, get your shit together, stupid bitch. What were you doing? You lied to me from the very beginning anyway. So the fact that they didn't even look into his fucking lifestyle, knowing that he lied to get me there and everything, knowing that he was just going to use me to fuck me, of course I knew you had other bitches on the side. Why the fuck do you think I know that's why you didn't come back to me, stupid ass? Even though you said it was tight. No, I understand. You already had fucking hoes, and then you tried to make me out to be one of those fucking whores. I'm done. People are so fucked. People are so goddamn fucked. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be...
Bro, don't you dare. Don't you dare start saying that prayer? Are you kidding me? But at your caption, you said there is no. Bro, you're demented.
Will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For the kingdom, the power, and the glory are yours, now and forever. Amen. Like, seriously, what the fuck? And this isn't doxing. What the fuck is this? This is just good reporting right here. Good relaying of actual events, live fucking, as they fucking happen. And people are like, what the fuck, Leticia? No, I'm not lying about shit. This is how they fucking mistreat you, especially if you're undereducated. And that's just, they walk all over you. That's what they did with my circumstances with my ex-husband. Walked all over me because I was on so many psychiatric medications that I complied with every single thing they said. Signed every fucking piece of paper that got put in front of me. I'm telling you. That's exactly what fucking happened. And you expect me to be okay with this by now? I have 3 fucking months. And if nothing happens, this baby is going in the fucking trash. I'm done. I'm not fucking...
Bro, hell no. Hell fucking no, bitch. I can't. Believe me, I'm gonna do all I freaking can for her just to say that. Okay. Bet.
Fucking around with anybody. I'm not. You people are deranged. You are obviously sick in the fucking head. You want me to suffer more and the child inside of me to suffer more. And you didn't fucking take care of this from the very beginning to know this girl's not okay. Like, she's disabled. Like, that's why she kept off of the birth control and stayed away from dicks. And that's how she was safe. Like, what the fuck? And you still don't understand it? You still don't get it from the fucking gynecological records? What proof do you want from me? Like I said, my blood, sweat, and tears? When you fucking have to take the baby, I'm not gonna cry. Fuck it. I'm not. Like, that's how it is. Like, this child's already cursed. I already told, like, I was texting Jason, but they're blocked. So finally, I'm like, finally able to just talk to myself. That's how it is. Like, just sending messages about what's on my mind without having to get reprimanded for it. Or blah, blah, blah. No, shut the fuck up. I'm just having my fucking emotions. I use these fucking outlets just so I could relay my fucking true events and my feelings toward everything. So, sending him messages, and I told him the baby's name is going to be Thomas, after the first dude, Jason, after him, and the last name Servin, after my pedophilic father. Who, obviously it's an honorable name, right? It's a perfect name for this offspring because
She is so sick. She is so fucking sick. That poor baby. I feel so bad for that poor baby. I gotta figure out what, I don't know if I should call. I can't deal. Some people are like, what are you trying to do? Bitch, whatever the fuck I can do for the baby. Like, I'm so, don't ask me. Don't fucking tell me people are freaking watching her, because obviously they're not freaking watching her. I'm so pissed off right now.
I'm not going to place efforts into it. I may feed it well. I may take good care of it. I may talk nice to it. But he knows he's fucked. He knows he's fucked from the conception. He already knew. This baby. So, Thomas, Jason, Servin. And cursed as fuck. Just all of it. Cursed as can be. And that's exactly what his name is going to be. Because he doesn't deserve anything more than that. His fathers didn't allot him that. The government didn't allot him that. None of these people want to see a clear...
Oh my gosh, you are the mom. That's all that is to it. You're saying you can't be a mom and love the baby because of other... You're a piece of shit, bro. You in reality, you don't deserve that baby. At all.
clearly from my perspective how much overly stressed I am and how they could have helped. They could have offered me a place. No, they don't want to do that for trash like me. I'm a homeless, disabled citizen. What do they want to do? None of it. They want to kill me, honestly. They wish I would stop feeding off their system so they'd have more money for someone else. That's exactly what it's like. And it is actually the truth. People think I'm crazy for saying these things. What are you talking about? That's the actual truth. That's what's going on. Do you not see it? Are you blind to reality? That's hilarious. You're hilarious. You're all so fucking funny. My name is Leticia Collins, and I just wanted to relay my story as accurately as I possibly could, because I'm so sick of this world and all the pain I've had to fucking endure, having to expose these people for what they truly are, and no one sees it. No one fucking hears me. For years, as a child, I've been speaking out, preaching against this stuff. Yeah, I went to Catholic school. All these things, all true facts about me. And I just wanted to share my story before I try to fucking kill myself again, because I have numerous attempts under my belt, and the fact that they just harass me and all they do is fucking traumatize me more and more every fucking day does not help. So yeah, I just want to tell you what the U.S. government does to us as citizens. And I hope that this reaches enough people so that they understand. Do not trust anyone. No, don't trust your government. Don't trust any of these people. Don't trust individuals. Don't trust anyone you meet online, over the phone. You don't know who the fuck you're talking to. All these electronics, everything. So that's why I try to engage. I try to capture it on film. Hey, guess what? I'm not lying about this shit. Hey, guess what? If you were going through this, you'd understand too. They're fucked. They're so fucked. They're so goddamn fucked. They are. And like, who does that to people? Not anybody that's sane. Not anybody that's there to help people. No, they're there to hurt us. They're there to keep us controlled, to keep us under their thumb. And that's why everything leads to me being homeless, having no money, because it's not like I was doing anything wrong. It's just that I wasn't doing things the right way, their way, in their systems, in their, format. So I went a little bit, colored outside the lines, and I get reprimanded more harshly than these people who color outside the lines but hide it well. They do all kinds of fucked up shit. Pedophiles get away with all kinds of shit. These rapists get away with everything. I mean, now you can see why I try so hard to get my story out there. Why I try so hard for people to see what I have to fucking deal with every single fucking day. And how I just put a smile on my face and I keep going because that's how it should be, right? Fuck you people. June 10th, 2022, Leticia Collins Servin.
Alright, I'm going to email the captain. I was going to do a phone call, but it's late. I'm probably going to get emotional, and I don't want to record the conversation. So at least through email, there'll be a paper trail. I might have to, I don't know if I can. I can't leave it at like that. But now I don't know if I can watch any videos. I'm just gonna leave it at that right now, because it's getting late. I need to wake up early and go to church. So I'm just gonna in this video say lots of prayers. Oh my gosh. And just pray that this captain will reach out to me. Oh. Let me see. Maybe should I do the chief of police? Grades above a captain. Okay, maybe I should email the chief. Crap, where did it go? Crap, I'm probably gonna have to just email. Alright, I'm just gonna do this. That really upsets me because I want to leave on a better note. But, okay, let me go to YouTube really quick and see if she posted anything on YouTube.
I can't sleep.
Just close your eyes and pray until you go to sleep, okay, baby?
Let's see, do they fall asleep first?
Mm-hmm. Why is her channel not popping up? Oh, okay. I was about to be like, oh shoot, what happened? 7 days ago? How come these don't give you the days? What is she doing? It's like it's even weirder because there's no music. Where did she learn these dance moves? Why does that remind me of Grace for some reason? These don't have the... Maybe I should, my state is pretty easy to find inmates and everything like that. I'm curious if she turned herself in or not. Let me see what... Oh my gosh, this is almost an hour long. Okay, I'm just gonna end it at this so I can email him and hopefully get a response, then I'll be able to come back on tomorrow. I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. Everybody if you do say prayers, please say one for the baby and one for her to make sure she does not do anything to herself and the baby.